All right, I've got my next guest, Jack Curry, hanging on the line, and I want to let you guys know, as you're aware, over the last month, we've become great partners with our friends over at 2 Under, Jack being at the front of that, and this segment of the show is sponsored by 2 Under. I want to welcome our new partners at 2 Under, the unofficial underwear of the PGA Tour, worn by PGA Tour players like Ricky Fowler, David Tom, Jerry Kelly, William McGirt, Jason Kokrak, and Matt Everett, to name just a few. Your buddies are going to think you're a stud if they're even seeing you in your underwear, but that's another story. And your girlfriend and or wife is going to love the side effect, a visibly enhanced profile. The Joey Pouch technology provides the ultimate male asset management. It separates a man's most valuable assets from bodily contact to reduce unwanted skin-on-skin contact, providing less chafing, more control, and an altogether more luxurious feel. Start every round 2 Under by wearing the coolest performance briefs on the market, on T20. So next on T20, to save 20% off your order at 2under.com. And that's the number 2, UNDR.com. Yeah, folks, be sure to go online and check them out. That's the number 2, UNDR.com. All right, now joining me here on the French Lick Resort guest line is the Vice President of Sales and Marketing at 2 Under, Jack Curry. Jack has been in sales, marketing, licensing, and consulting for about 40 years now. Much of that time has been in the golf, sporting goods, footwear, and apparel sectors. And as you guys have heard me say over the last month, 2 Under is the best underwear I have ever worn. Like I mentioned at the top of the show, go online again, 2UNDR.com. Use the coupon code NXTONT20 at checkout. It's a wonderful site. Got a lot of wonderful things on there. I'm telling you, their underwear and t-shirts and accessories are absolutely fantastic. They also sponsor our good friend Mitch Lawrence and his show, Talking Golf Getaways, and I am very honored to have Jack back with me again tonight here on Next on the Tee. Hey, Jack, thanks for coming back on the show.
Hey, Chris, thanks for having us back on. It's fantastic to be here.
So, Jack, a lot has happened since you joined me a couple of months ago. First, like I say, very proud to be partnering with you guys at 2 Under now. It's been a wonderful partnership that we've kicked off, like I say, over about the last 4 or 5 weeks, and it's a brand that I loved, even before we had you as part of the show. I started buying the product in support of Mitch's show, and as soon as I started to put the underwear and the t-shirts on, I thought, boy, I got to have these guys because this stuff is fantastic. So, good for you. Thank you so much for being a part of the show and being a part now of the Next on the Tee family.
Chris, we're excited to be partners with you and of course Mitch and Darren and the rest of the troops there also. But it's so great to be a part of your show, and we certainly appreciate the partnership and the plugs that you give for us, and the fact that we have a chance to talk about what we do and how it can affect the industry. And for us, it's been a fantastic ride so far, and we continue to grow our business and add new people to our staff, which just enhances all of our opportunities.
And Jack, there's been a number of other exciting things that have happened for you guys this year. First of all, at the PGA Merchandise Show, you revealed that Ricky Fowler is now in the fold. So talk about starting to partner with Ricky.
Well, that was exciting, Chris, and we've been working with Ricky for well over 2 years. He's been wearing the product and been a big fan of the product. And it just took us a little while to get it over the finish line to have him come on board as our global ambassador and the face of the brand. And we're so excited to have Ricky be a part of it, just because of the kind of person that Ricky is. He's a very humble, well-mannered young man who just he gets what's going on out there in the industry. He's a great player, of course, and very fortunate to have his win right after we signed him. So I guess everything happens for a reason. It's true karma. But Ricky was a big fan of the product and really instrumental in helping us, when he said that he wanted a product that would not ride up on him and he could focus more on the golf that he was playing and not have to worry about any other things that men have to contend with when they're playing golf and walking 6 or 7 miles each round. And it was nice to have Ricky's input and also Ricky's endorsement of the product because he truly transcends golf. I mean, he's the kind of young man who we wanted to be associated with because of his ability to draft with the kids and the women and the different genres in all the different types of guys, whether they be businessmen, whether it be a motocross rider and a BMX action sports person, and or a golfer and a businessman. So we're very blessed to have Ricky on board and very excited for what it's going to bring for us, all of us in the future.
And Jack, as you know, you talk about Ricky winning just shortly after the announcement came at the PGA Merchandise Show in January. And he goes out to the Waste Management Open, a tournament that he had come very close to winning on several occasions, several top fives in there. This year he gets over the hump, and as I've said on social media, I said on this show, what was different? Well, he signed on with 2 under. And then he started playing the TaylorMade golf ball, 2 of our partners here on this show. Boom, he gets a big win. You want to talk about karma? You guys had to be going crazy that he won a month after, signing on and becoming one of the faces of the brand.
We were excited, and as a reminder, it's only his second tournament of the year. He played obviously the Torrey Pines Farmers Open, the Insurance Open, out there, and went straight over to the Waste Management, like you said, and has been very, very close numerous times. And boy, what a test of resiliency and perseverance, and anything that he endured all through that little stretch there on Sunday from 11 through 13 or 14 there. Was amazing. That tells you the kind of player that he is, and the kind of attitude and golf resolve that he has to be able to withstand all those pressures and still keep his cool and his calm and go out there and win that thing. And it was very nice to see, and it was very exciting for us because we're excited for Ricky. We think there's a lot of new things that are on the horizon for us. This is our first year with Ricky of a long-term contract that we're working with him, and we see a lot of insight from Ricky on, what's his inspiration? What does he want to see with 2 under product and the briefs that he's going to be a part of? And it's all very important to us because it helps us develop new products, and he's going to give us some great input. And we think with his line of influencers that he's involved with alone, he'll be getting a lot of input, who are all getting introduced to 2 under as you were. Through Mitch, you realize that once you've tried it, you got to have more. It's not like a Lay's potato chip, but it's pretty darn close. We got to have a little bit more every time.
That's right. And I tell you, Jack, I saw some pictures of Ricky at the Waste Management Open. It looked like, was he handing out boxes of underwear on the 16th hole?
He was. So one of the things that they allow for the participants there, and is the PGA Tour players to give out some of the products from their endorsements that they have with the manufacturers. I guess it was very difficult to throw golf balls up there, so that's became a danger and liability. So we were fortunate enough to have Ricky handing out our briefs to a lot of people on Saturday, and we've got some great press from that, and a lot of social media buzz, and it was very, very nice. And again, that's the kind of guy he is. He wanted to be able to do that, and we got some great shots of him doing it. And of course, the contestants, we've had a lot of fun with the social media and with those people coming back to the website thanking us for the opportunity to be a part of us, 2 under.
And Jack, looking back at the PGA Merchandise Show when all of that was first coming out, what was the buzz like around your space there, and how did it go overall at the show?
Well, the show for us was fantastic. It was another fantastic show. To the media, we introduced Ricky on the 22nd of January, which was Tuesday, the demo day. And the actual show launched on the Wednesday, the 23rd. So the media all knew about it on the 22nd. And then we publicly announced through our contacts and our website on the 23rd about Ricky joining us as the global ambassador. And then on the show, throughout the entire show, there was a big buzz. And, of course, we had plenty of Ricky graphics, and we were giving away some special prizes to the club pros who came in and placed orders, which was a Ricky backpack orange and gray with 2 under logo on it, and some Ricky briefs in there that were part of their purchases that they made at the show as an incentive. And it was very nice for all of us to have that kind of buzz. It just created a more of a feeding frenzy, which we were already used to at the show because we've picked up numerous new accounts every year, and the word of mouth has spread, and we continue to get more people to come back to the show, both existing and new customers every year. We introduced, besides the briefs themselves, of course, all the new product there that you're familiar with now, and that is our new luxury T-shirt in both short sleeve, crew neck, and V-neck, and our long sleeve hoodie tee, which was a really big surprise for us because weren't sure what demographic that was going to fall into. Originally, you might have thought that it would be more of a driven by a millennial, but I'll tell you what, there's a lot of golf pro shops that are going to be stocking our long sleeve hoodie which just is a fantastic casual, leisurely kind of shirt that you want to wear, whether it's with the long johns or a pair of sweats when you're hanging out around the house or just casually, mall shopping. You don't have to be formally dressed. So they were all introduced there. We introduced our brand new loungewear collection, which was an overwhelming success as well. And just getting to meet all the new customers afforded us an opportunity to grow our business again at the show. We had a fantastic show, well over last year's expectations. And then on Monday the 28th was the formal announcement to Ricky's followers, which was fantastic. He did a tweet and an Instagram post for us and kept our 2 Under link on his website, and with his Instagram and Twitter followers that all linked them to the 2 Under website, which is, of course, www.2undr.com. And we saw a huge spike in our visitors and the people who came in to the website and not only visited us, but also purchased.
And Jack, for listeners who are hearing about the brand for the first time and they hear, it's underwear and that sort of thing, but you've got multiple collections of different styles of underwear for different purposes. Remind our listeners and let our new ones know, talk about the different collections that you have and what they're meant for.
Sure, I'd be glad to, Chris. The number one seller in our line is called the Swing Shift, and it comes, it's a blend of 95% modal, lensing modal, which is a beechwood fiber. It's a natural fiber. So it's very important for people who may be cotton-centric in their mind, that they think they have to have a natural fiber. Well, that's what this is, and it's a moisture-wicking fabric. It's extremely lightweight, silky, smooth finish. For a man, it feels like you're wearing nothing at all. It's matched up with 5% elastane to hold its shape, and the modal that we use is the highest quality, so it resists hard water deposits. It will not pill, it will not shrink, and it will not fade. These are all factors in a product that's elegantly priced out there. You want to make sure that you have the best quality available to the consumers. And that Swing Shift comes in 3, 6, and 9-inch leg lengths to accommodate all the men's needs, because 6-inch being a boxer brief length is the number one seller. But there are men out there who have a little extra arse or a little larger quad than the normal human being and the man, and they'll want something that goes above that quad or down over the quad so it doesn't ride up on them. And as a matter of fact, that's one of Ricky's biggest assets. He loved the 9-inch long leg, which comes down over the quad and doesn't allow that brief to ride up while he's walking her 6 or 7 miles each day. And then we added for the cotton-centric person who has to have cotton, we have a bamboo cotton blend called the Day Shift, which is a fantastic hand. It's a little heavier than the Swing Shift, but still very popular for everyday wear. The Swing Shift, of course, is your boardroom, bedroom, golf course, light workout kind of product. But then you got the guys who are the CrossFitters and the heavy hikers and the marathoners, the Ironmen, who all want to go out in heavy sweat activities. Of course, our NFL athletes, our major collegiate athletes, the Major League Baseball and NHL players that are all wearing our Power Shift. And that's a compression like 90% quick-dry polyester and elastane combination with quick-dry polyester that you literally can go sweat in that extensively for a 2 to 3 hour sweat activity. Come in and in 6 to 8 minutes, the shorts on the inside are dry, which is the Power Shift. And that's huge for a man because you're eliminating one of the biggest factors that men have that creates friction is a heat buildup and moisture buildup. And if we can eliminate that and create a dry environment for men's assets, then every man's going to be much, much happier. And that's what the Power Shift does. And we have some extra features in that Power Shift that we feel are very unique, Chris, and the fact that it has a mesh back for dissipation of the heat. But in the Joey pouch area, which has our patented and trademarked no drip tip, it's a hydrophobic material that draws moisture away from your body. And it has a full action fly in the front, so you get the ability for quick access if needed. The whole point of our partnership with Garmitex. Garmitex is a manufacturer of fibers, and they found out that the mineral jade, whether it's 100 degrees out or 20 degrees out, stays cool at all times. And by melting that and infusing it into a fiber, whatever part of the body it touches, the skin, stays 3 to 6 degrees cooler than the rest of the skin, the rest of the body. Well, that's very, very instrumental for a guy if we happen to have that as part of our Joey pouch, which is our patent. And in that Joey pouch, we have what we call cold skin. It's not like I'm putting ice cubes down there, Chris, but it's given every man an opportunity to have a little cooling sensation the more he sweats.
And Jack, one of the things that I fall in love with the brand, and for our listeners that are, still in the northern parts of the country where it's still very cold, is the long underwear. I'll tell you what, right now I would wear the long underwear every day if I could. I'm telling you, I love the long underwear. Talk about what you guys offer and why it is so good at keeping us warm.
Sure. I see one of the things with typical thermal underwear with people is thermal underwear can make you sweat excessively. And one of the things that happens if you do that is your body the air will hit that sweat and will keep like a temperature will create a cold feeling around the body. Well, we created a bamboo and polyester blend product. We call it our Long John, and we did it in gray only in September of 2018 is when we introduced it. And it went gangbusters. People just absolutely loved it. It's a very nice fit. Again, that bamboo is a natural fiber, and it has great properties to wick away the moisture away from your body, and at the same time keeps you warm and comfortable. And it's not adding a third layer. I mean, because the Joey pouch is built right into the product, you're not wearing that brief that you typically would wear under thermal underwear. So for a man, that's huge because that's a lot more comfort and one less layer you have to deal with, so that you can be more comfortable. If you have an insulated pan, if you're, a hockey player or a skier, or a wind pan if you're out there in inclement weather as a golfer, and you need that warmth. And I typically, I've played in 42-degree weather where, the wind chill feels like it's 38 and the wind's blowing with a wind pan and that Long John. And while everybody else was freezing their tush off, I felt very comfortable. So I know that it works, and the consumers have come back and resonated so well with the Long John that we've added it in 3 different prints this year to add a little fun to it. As a matter of fact, at the PGA show, we had that hoodie tee and our new Freedom, which is a USA red, white, and blue stars and stripes kind of collage of prints that was on the mannequin. The response to that was overwhelming. They loved the navy hoodie with that print and the Long John, and it was great. It was really well received and has been extremely well received by the consumer. It washes well, wears well, and feels good while it's on.
Jack, just a couple more before we let you go, and you're doing something special to help honor Jared Lyle and his family and help support what they need. Talk about that.
Yes, thank you for bringing that up. I was going to bring it up myself, and that's great. So our relationship with Brioni and Jared started in 2015. They came into the booth looking for ways. Jared was trying to find ways that his leukemia was in remission at that time, and he was looking for ways to protect his family, knowing that he may not be able to golf for the rest of his life like he had planned to. And they thought about what he wanted to do, and he decided that he and Brioni said, let's be golf distributors in Australia of different brands. And he became officially, with his lovely wife and their 2 lovely daughters, the Australian distributor for 2 Under. And all the way up until the day he got sick and real sick and was forced to go to the hospice. I mean, at that point, Brioni came to us and said, we're sorry, but I've got to relinquish this because I've got to spend time with my husband while he's still here, and of course for his 2 daughters. So what we've done is we've created basically a donation of all of our green and gold, and happens to be the flag color of Australia, happens to be Jared's gold color, and along with the green that, of course, to us is always part of the Masters and golf, and just resonates very well in the golf community. And any sales from that product, 100% of the proceeds from the day we introduced it this past week until we sell out of the product is going to be donated to Brioni and those 2 wonderful young ladies.
Wow, what a wonderful thing. Kudos to you guys, Jack, for doing that. That's an amazing thing. And Jack,
We're
one more.
Proud to be a part of it.
As we look ahead this week to Valentine's Day, is it too late to order something special for the wives, daughters, and anybody else out there that is interested in looking at what you guys have going on, which is all, like I say, fantastic. Can we still get it in time for Valentine's Day?
Yeah, I think we should get it in time. I think there may be some expedited shipping to get it there, but yes, we have some pinks and we have red and we have our new night shift, which is for those high expectation evenings. So for a romantic evening of on Valentine's Day, the night shift fills that spot very well.
That's great, Jack. Let our listeners know again about the website and how they can follow you guys on social media as well.
Sure. Thanks very much, Chris. Obviously, our website is the number 2UNDR.com, and we are available on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. We welcome everyone to come on there and join the Instagram 2 Under Club. We've got lots of swag that we put out there during the course of the year. And we run specials, and of course they can take advantage of the product by using your code NXTONT20 at our website. And before they check out, go to the promo box and type that in there, and that'll apply your discount for them. We're so proud to have you a part of it and be able to partner with you and your whole group here as we talk about this every single time we're on. The best thing about 2 Under is that once you have one, you want more. The women have become huge fans of the product because they know their men are happy. And we make it a lot of fun because we have 15 solid colors and 9 or 10 different prints that we run 3 different times a year. So it keeps it fresh and a constant look of different prints out there to make it fun.
Well, Jack, I couldn't agree more with everything that you just said because that's how we became partners. I got a couple of pairs of the underwear and I immediately said, I got to have more. And then we struck up a conversation, and now it's wonderful having you as part of the show. But the product's fantastic. You're fantastic, and I can't thank you enough for your partnership and coming back and giving me a lot of your time tonight. You're the best, my friend.
Thank you very much, Chris. Glad to be a partner with you, and look forward to more discussion down the road.
Same here. Take care, Jack. All the best to you and your family. We'll catch up soon.
You too, Chris.
That is the great Jack Curry. And again, it's 2 Under, the number 2, UNDR.com, and put in coupon code NXTONT20. Save yourself 20% as well. And I don't know what more to say, folks. It is absolutely the best underwear, absolutely the best T-shirts. You put them on, you feel great all day long. And one of the things that Jack mentioned a moment ago is it almost does feel like you're wearing nothing at all. It is absolutely that comfortable. And I'm telling you, I was a huge fan of the product way before we ever had the privilege of having Jack and 2 Under as a sponsor on the show. That's how it all started. Got a couple of pair just in support of our good friend Mitch Lawrence. And then from there, I said, boy, I got to have more of this. And then he got me in touch with Jack and we started conversations. And that's how they became a sponsor. But it was because I believe so heavily in the product and how great it is. And I promise you, those long underwear, folks, very comfortable, and I would absolutely right now be wearing those things every day. Got a couple of pair, and I'll be going back for a third, a fourth, and a fifth because they're that comfortable, they're that warm, and when it's cold outside and you want to get on the practice range right now waiting for spring, nothing better to have on than that. Looking forward to having Jack as part of the show and looking forward to having him back on again real soon.